Hello everyone, in this session we will be solving practical question number 8B of your cash book. Now let us see the question first. They said that cash in hand we have rupees 800 and then bank overdraft we have 5700. So that means on the debit side we will be writing cash balance of 800 that we have, and since it is bank overdraft so we will record in credit side by writing by balance proton rupees 5700. Then next, on June 7, we received a check from Bharti rupees 3250. Now when you check the question properly, on date 7 they said that the check that we received on date 7 we deposited it on date 9. So for date 7 what we have to do is that we will not record in cash book but we will record it in our journal. So we wrote check in hand account debit to Bharti rupees 3250. And since on date 9 we deposited the check into the bank, so on date 9 we will pass entry on debit side, that is we are receiving amount in our bank account, so we will write to check in hand account and in bank column we will write 3250. Then next, on June 12, paid to Bhavna by check. That means we paid a check to her and money will be deducted from our bank account. So we will write on credit side by Bhavna, on bank column we will write 2425. Then next, on June 15, Bharti's check returned dishonored. So the check that we received from Bharti and deposited it into bank, it was dishonored and bank they have returned it to us. So for dishonor of check, what we will do is that we will write it on the payment side by writing by Bharti, because Bharti was the one who gave us that check, and on bank side we will write 3250. Then next, on June 20, we drew from bank for office use. That means this will be contra entry. We took out some money from bank, and when we took out that money our cash is receiving that money. So on receipt side we will write to bank account, in cash column we will write 250, and on the credit side we will write by cash account and in the bank column, because bank is the one who is paying that 250. Then next, on June 25, the check that we received from Pannalan and we endorsed it to Kamal on June 28. We will discuss this June 28 later, but as of now let us see for June 25. They said that on June 25 we received one check from Pannalan. Since we are not receiving in cash, we are not receiving any amount in our bank, so for that we will pass journal entry. So the entry will be check in hand account debit to Pannalal rupees 1200. Then next part of the transaction, they said that we, instead of depositing that check into bank, we endorsed it to Kamal. So on June 28 we will pass another journal entry. Kamal account will be debited because he is receiving that check, and we will credit check in hand account with the same amount 1200. So since cash and bank are not involved in this transaction, we will not pass any entry in cash book. Okay. Then next, on June 30, paid income tax by check. Means income tax is proprietor's personal expenditure, so we will not treat as any business expenses, but we will treat it as drawings, because the proprietor he used his money from the bank for his personal use. So we will write by drawings account, and since he made that payment by check, so we will write 150 in the bank column. Then at last, on June 30, the bank they charged rupees 25. So bank charges, usually bank they take away from our bank account, so that means we have to write it in credit side and in the bank column rupees 25. Now after all this, let us balance the figure. Okay, now in here you see we have two amount in cash column on debit side and no amount in the credit side. So what we will do is that we will add up these two. We will write in here 1050, as well as it will be our balance carried down on credit side. But when we see in the bank column, our debit side is less than our credit side. That means we have payment more than our receipt. So what we will do is that we will find out the total, and after that we will deduct 3250. After deducting, we got 8550 on the debit side. That means we need more 8550 more on receipt side to balance these both column on the debit and credit side. So what we will do is that we will write in here to balance credit down 8550. Altogether we have 11800 on both the sides. Now in this question, we got one balance carried down on debit side and one balance carried down on credit side. So what we will do is that we will bring we will cross multiply both we will bring down the balances cross means oppositely. Okay, see, cash side we have balance carried down on credit side, so next month it will come on the debit side. And since for bank column we have carried down on the debit side, in the next month it will come to the credit side as balance brought down. So this is how you are supposed to do in different kind of different type of balance carried down. It is not compulsory that both the balance carried down will come in one side. Okay, in some questions it might happen also that you got one balance carried down on one side and another balance carried down on another side. So I hope you understood this question, and in our next session we will solve another question. Thank you.